Good day, engineers. So today we are going to discuss chapter 7, which is the application of derivatives. So this chapter will be divided into two parts, which is the 7.1 or the application of maxima and minima, and 7.2, which is the time rates. So in this lecture video, we will be focusing on the 7.1 or the application of maxima and minima. So let's start. So steps in solving maxima or minima problems. So meron tayo ditong 3 steps. So una, to formulate the equation. So saan ba natin makukuha itong equations na tinutukoy? So syempre, una babasahin natin yung problems. Then kapag may mga sinabi siya doon like the word problems or yung a number, for example, a number increase by 7. So, for example, may ganyan tayong nabasa sa isang problem. Siyempre, i-express natin siya into equation, which is x plus 7. So, parang ganyan. The next step is to identify the variables that is to be minimized or maximized. So, kapag sinabi na ang i-maximize or i-minimize natin is yung number na x, so, syempre, i-derive natin siya in terms sa x. Or for example, y is equals to x plus 7. So, ang i-maximize natin dito is y. So, di-derive natin, magiging y prime is equals to 1. So, ganyan. And letter C or the third step is to solve for the unknown by equating the derivative of the maximum minimum variable into 0. So, since ito yung ating na derive, equate daw natin siya into 0. So, ganyan. Para mas lalo nating maintindihan, we will proceed na sa ating exercises. So, exercises number 1, the sum of two numbers is 200. Find the numbers and the smallest value of the sum of the cube of one and square of the other. So, ito, ang una natin gagawin is magle-let tayo. So, let x be the first number. Then, y is the second number. So, ang sabi sa ating unang sentence, the sum of two numbers is 200. Since yung two numbers na to, nag-let tayo, which is the x and the y, so, masusulat natin siya into ganito, x plus y is equals to 200. Kasi ang sum daw ng two number ay 200. Then, gawin natin equation 1 yan. So, ang next sentence is, find the numbers and the smallest value. So, smallest value, paki-take note, ng sum. So, sum ulit, ng cube of 1 and square of the other. So, sum or S is equals to cube of 1. So, ulit natin yung x, then cube, and then square of the other. So, pag sinabi kasing sum, addition yon. So, x cube plus y squared. Then, denote natin to into equation number 2. Since ang sabi dito pala ay smallest value ng sum, so yun yung ating i-minimize. Tama? So, yun yung ating i-minimize. Therefore, in equation 1, so yung equation 1 natin, kunin natin yung y. So, y is equals to 200 minus x. Then, i-substitute natin tong value ng y sa ating equation 2. So, s is equals to x cubed plus 200 minus x squared. So, kung gusto niyo yung x yung papalitan natin, okay lang din. So, ngayon, since ang i-minimize natin is yung smallest value ng sum or itong s, so itong s yung to be minimized. So, solve natin siya as, i-derive natin siya sa s. So, s prime is equals to derivative ng x cubed 3x squared plus derivative nitong second term 2 times 200 minus x. So, 2 minus 1 sa taas. Then, derivative ng gitna ng loob is negative 1. So, para lang tayong nag-chain rule. So, ating simplify. S prime is equals to 3x squared minus, so 2 times 200 is 400. Pero may times negative 1 dyan, kaya negative 400. Then 2 times negative x is negative 2x. Times natin tong negative 1, magiging positive 2x. Then, sabi dun sa step is, equate daw natin yung derivative into 0. So, equals 0. So, in-equate natin siya. Then, kukunin natin yung value ng ating x. So, sulat ko lang, 3x squared sa standard form ng quadratic equation minus 400 equals 0. So, x is equals to negative p. Kukunin natin yung value ng x sa pamamagitan ng quadratic formula. So, negative p plus minus square root ng b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So, ito yung gagamitin nating formula for getting the quadratic formula. So, ito yung gagamitin natin in getting the value of x. Kasi, mas madali siya. So, x is equals to negative b. Ang b natin is positive 2. So, plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. Ang a natin is 3. Then, ang c natin is negative 400 over 2 natin is, a natin is 3. So, may makukuha tayo ditong dalawang roots or x, x1 and x2. So, paano natin makukuha sa x1? Diba ang paggamit ng quadratic equation, so first, we will use the positive dito. Tama? So, kapag tinype nyo to sa calcu, unahin nyo tong positive muna. So, yung lalabas sa positive, yun yung lalagay natin sa x sub 1, which is 11.218. Then, second, or x2, ang gagamitin nyo naman ngayon is the negative. Okay, maliwanag ba dyan? So, magiging ang sagot dyan ay negative 11.885. So, ngayon, meron tayong dalawang x. Ano ang gagamitin natin dyan? X1 or X2? Since ang sabi sa problem is smallest value, syempre gagamitin natin yung mas maliit. Kasi kapag ginamit natin yung mas malaki, largest value na yung makukuha natin. So, in X1, so ito yung gagamitin natin, 11.218. I-substitute natin siya sa y is equals to 200 minus x para makuha natin yung value ng y. So, 200 minus 11.218, y is equals to 188.782. So, ang magiging x and y natin is 11.218, then 188.782. So, kapag nakuha na natin yung ating x and y, so ito yung x and y natin So, kapag nakuha na natin, substitute na natin siya sa equation 2 kasi yung sum yung hinahanap. So, S is equals to 11.218 cube plus 188.782 squared. Ang sum na makukuha natin is 37,050.356. So, ito yung ating answer. Then, ang pinapahanap pala sa atin is yung numbers, which is the x and y. Then, the smallest value ng sum. So, meron tayong, So, meron tayo ditong sagot na dalawa. So, yung una is the x, y, then the sum. So, next, number 2. The sum of two numbers is 15. Find the maximum value of the product of one by the cube of the other. So, ang sabi dyan, meron ulit tayong two numbers. So, let x be the first number. Then, y is the second or the other number na lang. Then, first step is to formulate the equations. So, sabi dito, sum of two numbers is 15. So, sum of two numbers is 15. So, magiging x plus y is equals to 15. So, ito yung ating equation 1. Then, the maximum value of the product. So, ito, product. When we say product, sagot siya sa multiplication. So, yung product daw ng 1 by cube, product ng 1 by cube of the other. So, P. So, product daw ng 1, which is x, then cube of the other. So, y cube. So, ito yung ating equation 2. So, sana sa pag-formulate pa rin ng mga equation, alam nyo na kung paano gagawin. Saan na ako? So, in 1, so x is equals to 15 minus y. So, x yung ating isa-substitute dun sa ating equation 2 kasi mas madali since wala siyang cube. Kasi kapag y, mas mahirap nating isi-simplify. So, hindi lang pwede substitute kayo ng substitute So, 15 minus y times y cube. Then, distribute ang y cube, magiging 15y cube minus y raised to 4. So, ngayon, derive natin, magiging P1 is equals to 15 times 3 is 45. 45y squared minus 4y cubed. Then, we will equate it into 0. So, magiging, labas natin si y squared. Y squared times 45 minus 4y equals 0. So, magiging ganito yan. Y squared is equals to 0. Then, 45 minus 4y is equals to 0. So, ang y na dito is 0. Dito na lang tayo mag-focus sa kabila. So, 45 is equals to 4y. Divide both sides by 4. Then, magiging y is equals to 11.25. Since may y na tayo, next is kukunin natin yung x. So, substitute lang natin siya dito sa x is equals to 15. So, ito yun So, ito yun. Substitute lang natin 15 minus 11.25. Ang makukuha natin is 3.75. Then, maximum value daw ng product yung tinatanong. So, magiging P is equals to, yung P is equals to x, y cube So, magiging P 3.75 times 11.25 cube. So, P natin dito is 5339.355. So, ito yung ating answer. Okay, number 3 na tayo. Sorry for the So, number 3. Wait, delete ko lang to. So, an open box is to be made from a piece of cardboard 30 cm by 45 cm by cutting equal squares out of the corners, then turning up the sides. Find the volume of dimensions of the largest box that can be made in this way. So, hinahanap natin dito is yung volume ng pinakamalaking box na magagawa natin dun sa dinescribe niya. So, paano ba natin ito isimulan? So, una, meron daw tayong piece of cardboard. So, drawing ko na lang dito. So, meron daw tayo ditong piece of cardboard. So, yung piece of cardboard daw natin is 30 cm 30 cm by 45 cm. Then, ika-cut down natin siya equal square sa corner. So, ito. So, ang ika-cut down natin is equal square sa corner. So, ito yung mga squares na ika-cut natin. Shade ko lang ng shade ko. Blue na lang. So, shade ko ng blue. So, ito yung mga square. Ngayon, itong mga square, ito-turn down natin siya pa-up. Wait lang guys Dapat pala drinawin ko na to kanina. So, yan. So, kung nandyan kayo sa bahay nyo, try nyo gawin to. Then, kapag in-up down natin siya, so, magiging box na siya. Tama? So, drawing ko din yon. So, kapag pinataas natin, magiging ganito na siya, guys. Ingat na ingat mag-drawing. Wala, paano to? Pangit. Pangit pala. Ulit. Hala, nakikita nyo na hindi ako magaling mag-drawing. Wait lang guys. Tumutulas kasi. Ni? So, na-imagine nyo ba? Ganito yung box na magagawa natin. So, ngayon, set natin na ang dimension ng ating square ay x. So, x ito, then x din ito. So, lahat yan, x. Siyempre, ang square, alam nyo naman ang property ng square, di ba? Pare-pareho yan, square. Kapag di na yan nagpantay, rectangle na yon. So, kaya x yan. Then, paano na natin siya isosolve? Meron na tayo dito, solution. Dito na lang ako mag-solution. Solution natin is, ang volume ng isang rectangle ay length times width times height. So, ang width natin dito, ang length na lang muna. Unahin natin yung length. So, ang length natin ay, so ito yung length natin length ng box na yung tinutukoy dito. So, L. So, ito yung ating L. So, ang length ng box natin, 45 minus 2x. Tama? Minus 2x. Then, ang width natin, so, ito yung ating width. Width natin is 30 minus 2x. 2x din. So, ito lang yung width natin. Kasi itong 30, guys, or itong 45. So, itong 45 hanggang dito kasi yung cardboard yan. Then, yung 30 naman is hanggang dito din. So, ito yung 30. Yan, 30. Tapos ito 45. Then, ang height. So, kapag tinaas natin yan, di ba sabi ifo-fold daw yan? So, ito yung magiging height natin. So, ano tong height? So, siya yung x. So, ngayon, sulat na natin. Magiging v is equals to length natin na 45 minus 2x. Then, width natin na 30 minus 2x. Then, height na x. Distribute natin si x. So, magiging 30x minus 2x squared. So, sabi, volume daw ng largest box. So, ang ima-maximize natin dito is the volume. Therefore, V prime. Then, kapag V-prime natin siya, kung papansinin niyo yung ating equation, derivative yan ng, ang gagamitin natin is the product rule. So, ang U natin dyan, dito na lang sa, so dito na lang. U natin is 45 minus 2x. Then, ang du natin ay negative 2. V natin is 30x minus 2x squared. Then, ang dv natin is 30 minus 4x. So, ngayon, sulat na natin v prime. V prime is equals to u dv. So, u dv plus v du. So, magiging u 45 minus 2x. Then, 30 minus 4x plus 30x minus 2x squared. Then, du natin na negative 2. So, simplify natin yan. Gumamit na lang kayo ng FOIL method. Then, distributive property. So, magiging 1350 minus 60x minus 180x plus 8x squared minus 60. So, ito na po. Nandito na po ako. 60x plus 4x squared. 4x squared. Then sabi, yung mga dinederive natin is equate natin into 0. Ayusin natin, combining like terms. So, magiging 12x squared minus 300x plus 1350 equals 0. So, kunin natin yung value ng ating x. So, by using again the quadratic formula. So, negative b plus minus square root ng 300, negative 300 squared minus 4, a na 12, then 1350 na c. So, square root yan over 2 times 12. So, hindi na siya kasya. So, ang x1 natin dito ay 19.114 cm. Then, x2 is 5.886 cm. So, ayusin ko lang ang aking sulat. 5.886 cm. So, ngayon, meron tayong dalawang x. So, ano ang kukunin natin or ano ang gagamitin natin? So, gagamitin natin by analyzing our figure. So, syempre, 30 cm lang daw yung cardboard, di ba? So, kapag 19 yung ginamit yung x, syempre, hindi na siya kasya. So, gagamitin nyo yan ng common sense. So, ang gagamitin nating x is the 5.886 cm. Tama? Then, kapag yun yung x natin, makakakuha tayo ng volume ng pinakamalaking box. So, ang gagamitin natin dito is the x squared or the 5.886 cm. So, hindi pa yan ang answer kasi ang sabi, find the volume. So, ito, volume. So, volume ang hinahanap, kaya, so, yung formula natin kanina, pagkasya ko na lang dito, guys. So, ito yung katuluyan, ha. Hindi siya kasya ata. So, wait lang. So, ayan guys, pinaliit ko lang. So, ito na lang yung katuluyan na dito. Ay, but red. So, ang katuluyan na lang dito, so, magiging, wait, lagyan na lang natin ng line na green. Baka kasi yung mga nagpapasend lang ng screenshot, hindi na naman maintindihan yung solution. So, magiging V is equals to, gamitin natin itong, ito na lang. So, ito ang gagamitin natin. So, V is equals to 45 minus 2. Ang x natin is 5.886 cm. Huwag na natin alagay yung cm. Times 30 times 5. Di talaga siya kasya. Ganito na lang. So, 30 times 5.886 minus 2 times 5.886 squared. So, yan na yon. So, ang V natin dito is 3565.032 cm. So, cube since volume. So, yan yung ating answer. Okay, sana nag-gets nyo yan. Kapag di nyo nag-gets, pwede nyo naman akong i-message sa Messenger. So, punta na tayo sa number 4 natin. So, number 4 natin, the strength of a rectangular beam is proportional to the width and square of its depth. Find the width and depth of the strongest beam that can be cut from a log 30 inches diameter. So, meron daw tayong log dito. So, familiar naman siguro kayo sa log. Tama? So, yung log daw na yon, so this is the cross-sectional area. So, di ba meron tayong log? Log. So, may log daw tayo. Then, when we say cross-sectional area, so kapag hinati nyo yun yung makikita nyo sa loob. So, yan na yun. Ngayon, yung log daw, meron siyang diameter na, aburahin ko na to, 30 inches. Then, ano daw ang width and depth ng isang beam or biga na makakat sa isang log. So, ulitin ko na lang. Meron tayo ditong log. So, meron daw tayong log. Ngayon, ang pinapahanap is length at width and depth daw ng beam. So, meron tayo ditong beam. Magkakat daw tayo ng beam. Then, ang diameter daw ng log is 30 inches. So, ito yung diameter. So, meron tayong 30 inches. So, sabihin na lang natin ito yung part na x, then ito yung y. So, ang x dyan is yung width and ang depth is yung y. So, ngayon, S is, solution na lang. Solution. S is the strength nung beam. Then, ang strength daw ng beam ay proportional. So, ang strength daw ng beam ay proportional sa width and square ng depth. So, x times y squared. So, ito yung ating equation 1. Then, equation 2 natin, from the figure, so meron tayo ditong makukuhang rectangle. I mean, triangle. Sorry, triangle. So, Pythagorean theorem, x squared plus y squared is equals to d squared. Tama? So, ito yung ating second equation. Then, y squared is equals to d squared minus x squared. So, set na lang natin siya since 2 ito and nanggaling naman siya sa 2, gawin natin 2a. So, substitute natin. So, substitute natin si 2a in 1. So, S is equals to K. Yung K is parang ano lang siya parang letter lang siya for proportionality. Kx, d squared minus x squared. Then, S prime is equals to K. K, then, ito yung ating U. Then, ito yung ating, ito yung ating V. So, VDU plus UDV. So, UDV. So, x, negative 2x plus d squared minus x squared times 1 equals 0. So, inequate na natin siya sa 0. So, negative 2x squared plus d squared minus x squared equals 0. So, combine like terms, magiging negative 3x squared plus d squared is equals to 0. So, lipat natin si negative 3x squared, magiging d squared is equals to 3x squared. Then, ang d natin from the problem, so ito yung d natin, di ba? Diameter. So, 30 inches. So, 30 squared is equals to 3x squared. So, magiging 900 900 is equals to 3x squared. So, divide both sides by 3. Magiging x squared is equals to 300. So, square both sides. Square root. So, x is equals to positive negative 10 square root of 3. So, ngayon, meron na tayong x. Substitute natin siya para makuha natin yung y. So, y natin is equals to y squared pala. So, 2a. D squared minus x squared. So, y squared is equals to 30 squared minus 10 square root of 3 squared. So, ang y squared natin dito is 600. Then, square root both sides. Magiging y is equals to positive negative 24.495 inches. So, ano yung ang hinahanap, width and depth. So, ang width natin dito is yung x. So, positive negative siya, malamang kukunin natin yung positive kasi wala namang negative na sukat, di ba? So, ang x natin dito ay ang 10 square root ng 3. 17.321. 17.321. So, inches. Then, y natin is 24.495 inches. So, ito na yung ating sagot. So, next na tayo, number 5. A Norman window consists of rectangular surmounted by a semicircle. What shape gives the most light for a given perimeter? So, ang Norman window, sa mga hindi nakakapag-alam, so, ito yung Norman window natin. Ganito po ang itsura ng isang Norman window. So, unang panahon na window to. Then, meron daw siyang semicircle sa taas. Ay, parang di naman semicircle yan. So, yan. So, ito, meron tayo ditong radius. So, set natin ang radius natin into x. Dapat pala ibang kulay, no? So, ito na lang. Gagawin ko na lang blue. So, ito yung ating x or the radius. Ang radius natin, so ito is x din, tama? Then, kapag pumunta sa kabila yan, x din to. Therefore, ang sukat nitong rectangle natin, 2x. Then, ang height natin, iset natin as y. So, solution natin dito, magiging area is equals to area ng semicircle, then, plus area ng rectangle. So, ang area ng semicircle is pi r squared over 2. Kasi ang pi r squared ay circle. So, gawin na lang nating x pala to since x yung nasa figure. Then, sa rectangle natin, ang area niya is length times width. So, ang length natin dito is y. Ang width natin is 2x. Therefore, 2x, y. So, ito yung ating equation 1. Then, sabi sa problem, yung perimeter daw. So, ang perimeter niya is, diba ang perimeter yung, sukat niya sa paligid. So, unahin natin si semicircle. So, ito, paligid niya. So, paligid niya. Ang circumference ng circle ay 2 pi r. Tama? So, 2 pi r. 2 pi r or x. Pero, sabi semicircle, so divided by 2. Kaya mawawala na yung 2, ang matitira pi x or pi r. Pi x. Then, dalawang 2x. So, ito 2x. Then, dalawang y. So, ito yung ating second equation. So, naiintindihan niyo ba yung perimeter? So, ito, pi x kasi semicircle. Then, isang y. So, ito yung y. Ito yung pangalawang y. So, kaya 2y yan. Then, ito, 2x. So, sana nagets nyo yun ha. So, in 1, a is equals to pi x squared. Derive na natin agad. A prime is equals to, so, 2 pi x over 2. So, divide natin sa 2, kaya magiging pi x plus product rule, 2x y prime plus 2y 1 equals 0. So, magiging pi x plus 2x y prime plus 2y equals 0. So, ito yung ating equation 1a. Next, in 2. So, dito in 2, perimeter yung i-derive natin. P prime is equals to pi plus 2 plus 2y prime equals 0. So, 2y prime is equals to negative pi minus 2. So, y prime is equals to negative pi minus 2 over 2 equal, set natin siya sa 2a. So, ngayon, substitute natin, or sa next na lang, substitute 2a in 1a. So, magiging pi x plus 2x negative pi minus 2 over 2 plus 2y equals 0. So, cancel yung 2. Magiging pi x is equals to, negative pi x minus 2x plus 2y equals 0. So, kakancel tong dalawa. Magiging negative 2x plus 2y equals 0. So, 2x is equals to 2y. Divide both sides by 2. Matitira ay x is equals to y. So, ito yung ating sagot. Ang tinatanong kasi, what shape gives the most light for the given parameter? So, kapag ang x ay equal sa y, magiging, so, malaki yung light na mabibigay ng isang normal window. So, therefore, may therefore tayo dito. Therefore, height of the rectangle must be equal to the radius of semi-circle. So, yan yun. Actually, itong problem na to, we just derive yung mga shortcut na formula. So, hindi ko nire-recommend yung mga ganun kasi nakakalito yun. Sa board exam nyo na lang aralin. Mas maganda yung alam nyo pa rin kung paano nakuha yung mga formula na ganun. So, meron pa tayong 2 problems and ilang minutes na po itong lecture video. So, 51 minutes na. So, bilisan na natin. Number 6. A trapezoidal gutter is to be made from a strip of a plain GI sheet 60 cm wide by bending up the edges. If the base is 25 cm, find the height and the width of the top of the gutter for maximum carrying capacity. So, are you familiar with the term gutter? So, meron tayo dito, sa ano yan usually nakikita sa bubong. So, meron tayo ditong bubong. So, ito, bahay yan, di ba? So, meron tayong bahay dito. Pangit naman ang bahay ko. So, bahay. So, parang bubong na lang Then, yung makikita nyong yung makikita nyo sa dulo ng bubong na mga nakaganto. Ganyan. Yung mga sumasala ng mga tubig galing sa bubong, yung mga nagko-collect ng water. So, yun po yung tinatawag na gutter. So, ngayon, meron daw tayong strip of a plain GI sheet, 60 cm wide. So, gagawin daw natin siyang gutter. So, ito meron tayong sheet dito. Sheet. So, ito yung GI sheet natin na 60 cm. Ngayon, sabi, ang gagawin daw nating gutter is, ang base niya is 25 cm. So, ang shape ng gutter pala natin is trapezoidal. So, ito na yung magiging 25 cm. So, trapezoid, ganito ang trapezoid. Wait lang. Since 25 ito, may natirang 60 minus 25, 60 minus 25, 35. Then, divide natin siya sa dalawang side, magiging 17.5. So, 17.5 ito, then 17.5 din yung kabila. So, ito yung ating gutter. Ngayon, ang sabi, find the height. So, height ng gutter is, set natin as y, and the width of the top of the gutter. So, yung width daw ng gutter sa top for the maximum carrying capacity. So, meron na tayo ditong 25. Tama? So, task ko nga ito. 25 cm. Then, ito use x and x. Ngayon, solution natin. What is the area ng trapezoid? So, 1/2 base plus width times height. So, 1/2, ang base natin is 25. Then, yung width natin sa taas is 25 plus 2x. Then, ang height natin is y. So, simplify natin, magiging 25 plus x times y. So, ito yung ating equation 1. So, saan tayo kukuha ng isang equation natin? So, dito consider natin tong side na to. So, diba triangle yan? Pwede natin siyang gawing Pythagorean formula. So, x squared plus y squared is equals to 17.5 squared. So, kunin natin yung y. Y is equals to, lipat natin si x squared. So, plus x squared. Then, may y squared dyan. Square root natin to. So, ito yung ating number 2. Ay, sorry. Napindot ko po. Baka umabot pala tong lecture video natin ng 1 hour and 30 minutes. So, okay lang kasi yun naman talaga yung mga oras ng discussion natin, di ba? So, next substitute natin si 2 in 1. So, area is equals to 25 plus x. Then, ang y natin is square root. Di ba kapag sinabi nating square root, magiging 17.5 squared plus x squared, magiging 1/2 raised to 1/2. So, ganun na lang gawin natin dito. Kung ano na napipindot ko. So, gawin natin dito 17.5 squared plus x squared raised to 1/2. Then, derive natin. Ito yung ating u. So, ito yung ating v. So, a prime is equals to u dv. So, 25 plus x. Ang dv natin is 1/2 times 17.5 squared plus x squared raised to negative 1/2 times sorry. Itong positive pala dito, negative dapat. So, negative pala to dapat. Kasi nilipat natin. So, negative 2x plus v du. So, ang v natin is 17.5 squared minus x squared raised to 1/2 times 1. So, kapag sinimplify natin siya, mag-next slide na lang ako, magiging A prime is equals to 25, mali na pala. Negative x, 25 plus x over 17.5 squared minus x squared raised to 1/2. So, pakisulat to sa papel. Mas maganda kasi to kapag dire-diretso yung solution natin. Pero, ito kasi mahirap kasi nasa last slide. Pero kapag sinusundan nyo akong magsulat, mas magigets nyo to. 1/2 equals 0. So, equate natin siya into 0. So, ang next is ilipat natin itong first term sa kabila. Magiging, since negative yan, positive na siya. So, 25 plus x over 17.5 raised to 2 minus x squared raised to 1/2 equals 17.5 squared minus x squared raised to 1/2. Then, multiply natin both sides by 17.5 squared minus x squared raised to 1/2 para makancel yung ating denominator. So, magiging x equals to 25 plus x equals, so ito, since dalawa silang may 1/2, so kapag pinag-add natin yan, magiging 1 na lang. Tama? So, magiging 17.5 squared minus x squared na lang dito sa kabila. So, naintindihan nyo ba yon? Then, ngayon, distribute natin si x. Magiging 25x plus x squared is equals to 17.5 squared minus x squared. So, combining like terms, magiging 2, lipat ko na lang sa kabila lahat. So, 25x plus x squared plus x squared plus 17.5 squared equals 0. So, magiging 2x squared plus 25x minus 17.5 squared equals 0. So, by using quadratic formula, kukunin natin yung value ng x. So, x is equals to negative 25, positive negative 25 squared minus 4, 2, then 17, negative 17, 0.5 squared over 2a na 2. So, ang x1 natin dito ay 7.613 cm. Then, x2 natin is negative 20.113 cm. So, ang kukunin natin dito is 7.613 kasi wala namang negative na sukat. So, substitute natin. So, substitute into magiging y is equals to 17.5 squared minus 7.613 squared. So, magiging y is equals to 15.76 cm. So, ito na yung ating height. So, tinatanong kasi yung height. Then, yung isa, width ng top of the gutter. So, ang width natin kanina sa drawing is, So, ang width natin, so ito, width natin to, tama? And ang width natin is 25 plus 2x. So, magiging W is equals to 25 plus 2x. So, W is equals to 25 plus 2 na 7.613. Or W is 40.226 cm. So, ito yung ating answer. So, tuloy na natin hanggang number 7 kasi mahaba din itong number 7 natin. So, basahin ko. A silo consists of a cylinder surmounted by a hemisphere. So, if the floor, walls, and the roof are equally expensive per unit area, find the most economical proportions and find the cost if the cost of constructing the silo is 10,000 per square meter. So, if its volume is 500 cube meter. So, familiar ba kayo sa silo? So, ito yung silo. So, di ko kasi alam kung yung sa lawak ba is ganyan din yung shape. Pero, ganyan yung mga silo, guys. So, tama, hemisphere, yung kanyang taas. So, punta na tayo sa ating solution. So, drawing ko lang yung silo natin. Then, meron tayo ditong cylinder. So, ito yung ating roof. Ito yung ating wall. And, syempre, may floor. So, ang sukat nito ay X. Then, ito is Y. So, paano natin siya isosolve? Una, kunin natin yung mga equation. So, pwede tayong gumamit ng surface area dito. Since may nabanggit na area, so S is equals to surface area ng buong silo. So, S is equals to surface area ng roof plus surface area ng wall, then surface area ng floor. So, ano ba yung mga formula ng surface area? So, sa roof, ang area ng sphere ay 4 pi r squared. Tama ba? Wait. So, 4 pi r squared. Tama. Pero, ang sabi hemisphere. Then, ang hemisphere ay kalahati ng sphere. So, divided by 2. Plus, surface area ng wall. So, ang wall natin is cylinder. So, 2 pi r h. Or the height. Plus, surface area ng floor na pi r squared. Or, ano yan, area ng isang circle. Kasi, bilog yung floor natin kasi cylinder. Tama? So, magiging S natin is 2 pi r squared. Or gawin na natin x yung r plus 2 pi x, ang height is y, plus pi x squared. So, ito yung ating equation 1. Then, equation 2 natin, sa volume naman. So, ang volume, roof lang, tsaka yung wall. So, walang volume yung floor kasi area lang yan. Flat na yung floor, di ba? So, magiging volume ng roof. Ang volume ng sphere ay 4/3 o 4/3 pi r cube. Then, kalahati nga since hemisphere. So, times natin ng 1/2. Plus, volume ng cylinder ay pi r squared h. So, simplify natin. Magiging 2/3 pi x cube plus pi x squared y. So, volume. Ito yung ating So, ngayon, i-maximize na natin yung surface area then volume. So, dito, in 1, S prime is equals to, so dapat alam niyo yung 1 natin, 4 pi x plus 2 pi x y prime plus 2 pi y plus 2 pi x. So, sinasuggest ko talaga na isulat nyo ito kasi mas maganda kapag sinasabayan nyo ako mag-solve since hindi kumakasya sa isang slide yung solution natin. So, para mas ma-retain sa utak nyo. So, ngayon pwede natin siyang i-simplify by dividing 2 pi. So, times natin ng y over 2 pi. So, magiging 2x plus xy prime plus y plus x equals 0. So, simplify natin, magiging xy prime is equals to negative 3x minus y. This is our 1a. Next, in 2. So, yung volume naman dito, magiging v prime is equals to 2 pi x squared plus pi x raised to 2 y prime plus pi y times 2x equals 0. So, multiply natin or divide natin both lahat ng 1 over pi x. So, magiging 2x plus xy prime plus 2y equals 0. So, xy prime is equals to negative 2x minus 2y. So, set natin to as equation 2a. Equate natin yung 1a and 2a. So, titignan nyo, xy prime is equals to xy prime. So, ang xy prime sa 1a ay negative 3x minus y. Then, ang xy prime sa ating 2a ay negative 2x minus 2y. So, lipat natin sa kabilang side lahat, magiging negative 3x minus y plus 2x plus 2y equals 0. So, combining like terms, magiging negative x plus y equals 0. So, ang x pala ay equal sa y. So, ngayon, alam na natin kung ano yung value ng ating x, then yung y. Solve na natin in equation 2. So, so yung volume is equals to 2/3 pi x cubed plus x squared y. And sabi natin kanina, ang y is equal sa x. So, itong y dito, magiging x na siya. Then, ang volume natin from the problem, 500 cubic meter. So, 500, wait, wag mo na mag-thank you. So, 500 is equals to 2/3 pi x cubed plus x squared times x. So, magiging 500 equals to 2/3 pi x cubed plus x cubed. Since same sila na x cubed, pwede nating ipag-add si 2 pi, then, sorry, may pi pala dito. Sorry guys, may pi pala tayo dito. Dapat may pi dyan. So, pi x cubed. So, since same sila ng base, same sila na may x cubed, so combining like terms, 500 is equals to 5 over 3 pi x cubed. So, lipat natin to dito sa baba. So, magiging x cubed is equals to 500 over 5 over 3 pi. Then, cube root natin para makuha natin yung value ng x. So, x is equals to 4.571 meter. So, paki-compute na din po yan sa calcul nyo, ha. Next, since nakuha na natin yung x, ang tinatanong kasi dito na isa is cost. So, 10,000 per square meter daw siya. So, kailangan makuha natin kung ilan ang surface area ng isang silo. So, in 1, S is equals to 2 pi x squared plus 2 pi xy plus pi x squared. So, magiging S is equals to 2 pi. Then, ang x natin na nakuha is 4.571 squared plus 2 pi. Since ito pala is x squared, x and y, magiging x squared na lang yan. Tama? Kasi ang y natin is equal sa x. So, magiging 4.571 squared plus pi na 4.571 squared. So, S natin dito is 300, tama ba? 328.203 square meter. So, yan po yung ating surface area. Then, para makuha yung cost natin, so, dito na lang sa side na to, ang cost kasi daw ay, P is equals to 10,000 per square meter. So, times lang natin si 328.203 square meter. So, that makakancel natin si, bakit naka-cube to? Square meter lang. So, makakancel natin si unit na square meter. So, ang cost natin dito ay 3 million. So, 3,282,030 pesos. So, ang isang silo ay 3 million daw. So, yun yung tanong kasi. Find the cost ng isang silo or sa pag-construct ng isang silo. So, yan yung ating answer. So, sabi din pala, find the most economical proportion. So, ang economical proportion dito is yung x. X is equals to y. So, ito yung most economical proportion. So, most economical proportion. Then, ano pa yung hinahanap? So, wala na. So, yan yung ating mga problems sa applications of maxima and minima. So, guys, kapag may tanong kayo, please mag-message kayo sa Messenger. So, ayun lang. Naalala ko ang binigay sa quiz namin dati, yung trapezoidal gutter. So, thank you for watching, guys. I hope na may naintindihan kayo. So, okay lang kung medyo nalilito pa rin kayo ngayon. Pero sana, i-review nyo pa rin to kahit na mahahaba yung mga solution natin. So, please comment on watching, then name and section. Bye guys! Ingat kayo lagi.